Hey guys, hope you're well. It's your boy MKS here, back here with part 2 of my video about what would I ask God for if he was, again, no blasphemy intended, as said in part 1, and also, as I said in the title, if God was a genie, say, or if God gave you whatever you asked for. I know there's a saying in the Bible, like, ask and you shall receive, but it also has like a caveat, if you like, if that's the right word, which is that it has to fit into what God also wants. Again, this is depending on what you believe. I don't want to push my beliefs onto anyone. But yeah, just talking from my own point of view. So as ever, I'd love to hear what you think at the end of this video, and also in the comment section, whatever you want to write, including what your own dreams or goals would be, or whatever you want to write. As I said before, I won't delete any comments, but I'm not sure if anyone else will, or YouTube, or whatever, but I certainly won't be deleting any comments. As I say, freedom of speech. In part 1, I looked back at it and I couldn't believe it. I didn't really notice myself saying this, but I think I meant to say in part 8, point number 8, sorry, for God to make me loved or lovable, and I seem to say to make love or something, or make love to me, and I heard it back and I was like, did I actually say that? And I hope I didn't, but I don't know if it came across that. I was so embarrassed. But I did mention in the comment section that I didn't mean that. I meant like to make me loved or lovable. So I hope that makes sense. I hope I don't have any more embarrassed. That's another thing I'd ask for. But anyway, that's going to be in the list, I think. So I was having my shower and thinking about some ideas about what I'd cover in this video, because like apparently, as I've said before, like when you have a shower, apparently it refreshes you and makes you think of new ideas or perspectives. Anyway, I'm going to try and stop waffling and crack on with my list. So as ever, please check out part 1 if you haven't already done so, and look out for part 3. And here goes. So number 11, to help inventors from, again, what I call the 4 and Latin America and Ireland, to help me to help them as much as possible, and projects. I help them to become inventors and things like that, like women of colour, especially from what I call the 4, like Aboriginal and Maori women and African women and that sort of thing, to become, and especially like young girls as well, teach young, like to set up charities and NGOs which help young girls to learn about STEM and things like that, which again I hope to come to, but also like learn to become investors and inventors and things like that. So empowering girls of colour and things like that, which hopefully in the future will become the leaders of the future in like big industries, main industries and things like that. Number 12, to inspire and motivate and encourage me and like help me to remember some positive things about myself, or like think positive things about myself, not in an arrogant way hopefully, but in a way which gives me just enough confidence without being arrogant, but like just down to earth, but also like, in other words, not having so many embarrassing stuff happen to me, but also like thinking about what I can be proud of, like, and also making work, if you like, that I can be proud of, like helping other people and things that I can be proud of, hopefully. As many say, like, to God be the credit and that sort of thing. So yeah, so number 13, like, I suppose some of my selfish dreams, like looking after myself, looking after me, and like helping me not to be so embarrassed or have embarrassing stuff that I keep saying. Like when I meant to say Celtic and I said Rangers, that's like so embarrassing, and things like that, like some of the things I've said in some of my videos, or just generally embarrassing myself. So I'd love to have less of those sorts of things, and I suppose from a selfish point of view, like for God to help me out as much as possible. Number 14, having said that, on a less selfish point of view, for me to help solve other people's problems, not just my own, and to make the world a better place as ever, which, I mean, that's the goal, and like to work with charities and NGOs and things like that, organisations, and maybe somehow find a way to set up my own or work with other people who can help me do that sort of stuff and work together on ensuring that, like, helping to raise funds, but also making sure that it's spent in the right way, so to speak, to which is actually going to benefit those groups in the long term, like I say, the 4 and Ireland and Latin America, and also to drink as much tea as possible, which is what I should have perhaps said in number 13, because it's quite selfish. Sorry, I was trying to add a bit of humour. Anyway, number 15, also to focus on like what I want to do, and to focus more and remember things and be able to get more things done and find out ways to get things done. Number 16, to find out the best ways to help other people, like, as I say, what I call 4 and Latin America and Ireland, and like female entrepreneurs and things like that, and young entrepreneurs from those backgrounds or startups, and help them to become more successful, whatever you define success is, or to feel more successful in their life, including places like South Africa, which went through apartheid, and the rest of Africa and Asia, and like I say, 4 and Latin America and Ireland as well. Again, for any newcomers to these videos on my channel, hopefully I'll get some people watching eventually. But yeah, please check out my video where I said who are the 4. So I did mention, I'll try not to go through the whole list of what I mean when I say the 4. Number 17, hopefully to use any skills, talents, abilities, or imagination, for instance, and things like that, that I have to help other people, like what I call the 4 in Latin America and Ireland again, and also like to donate to those groups in my will and things like that, which I hope to come to in the future. Like in my will, like rather than being buried or cremated or anything else, I'd love to give like my body to science so they can use it to cure diseases or help to make the world a better place. We're doing scientific experiments, probably knowing my diet, like how to not live your life and that sort of thing. But yeah, so hopefully they can use it to help people like cure diseases across the world. And also like any money I have or any possessions I have, I'd love to be like split between what I call the 4 mainly, and also like to an extent possibly Latin America and Ireland as well. But I have a lot of notebooks which are like color coded, so like red ones I like to go to like Native Americans, black ones to the global black diaspora, especially in Africa and Aborigines and Maoris, brown possibly to India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh to benefit them and hopefully help them to work more closely together rather than be rivals. And also like controversial, but like yellow for Far Eastern nations, like hopefully will benefit them and maybe make a positive from a negative, like how they often are called yellow in a negative way, but in this way it will be something to benefit them. So hopefully again turning a negative into a positive. And like my blue notebooks generally for Italian football and green ones for Celtic in the future, like so hopefully we'll have ideas in those notebooks which hopefully someone will be able to decipher somehow in spite of my punctuation and handwriting, which will hopefully benefit the club. So anyway, I hope that made sense, and which I hope to come to in the future. Like I know it's a bit morbid, but like my will and all that sort of stuff. Number 18, to have a positive mind, heart and soul, and also again help as many people as possible, and again hopefully not have too many embarrassing moments, including especially in my YouTube videos. Number 19, again to help like women in STEM subjects, the main subjects, especially in Africa and Aborigine and Maori communities, but as well as like the other parts of what I call the 4 again, and to an extent Latin America and Ireland as well, I'd say, but especially what I call the 4. And when it comes to technology, especially Africa and Aborigines, and again Maoris and people like that, and like encourage people of colour to work together. And number 20, especially like girls of colour in Africa, to learn about STEM and things like that, and Aborigines and Maoris again. And the non-tech parts of STEM, like also Asia and Native Americans and Latin Americans and Ireland, to also learn about those. As ever, I hope this made sense, and I think that covers everything for now. Hopefully it wasn't too cringeworthy. Hopefully I won't be like looking back in the future and people like show this to me and say it was really cringeworthy or anything like that. But yeah, as ever, I'd love to know anything you want to comment in the comment section, and peace and love. I wish you the best. And yeah, well, that's another thing I can add probably. I wish that God would bless everyone who watches my videos, especially